morning and happy Sunday. I am here on this beautiful, beautiful day. We're alive and kicking. What else do we want, right? I'm here to give a message of hope. I am here to let you know that it's time to be accountable. And I just went to church right now and I received a beautiful message, so I want to pay it forward and give you the message. And we were talking about Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future, the promise of 1,000 years of love and peace on earth. And that's what Jesus did, right? He came and he gave us that promise. But so many things have happened in 2,000 years, you know, so much war, so much injustice, and it continues to happen. But we're better than before. You got to remember 2,000 years ago, you know, it was the Roman rule, and everybody was being taxed, and they were basically slaves. And then the rabbis would impose all of these religious laws to people, so everybody felt like they were lost. They were not enough for God, and then in humanity they couldn't even survive because of the way they were prosecuted. So that was 2,000 years ago. But just in the last 100 years, what's happened, guys? So much has happened, right? We had World War I, World War II, we had genocide. You know, they wanted to exterminate all the people of God, and they went towards the Jewish people and all the children of God, because we still see so much going on. So when people think, well, there's still so much to come, there's still, you know, the apocalypse, there's so much to happen before the promise, right? They think that we have to go through the mud so much more. Did we not already go through the mud? Did our ancestors not already go through the mud? Are we not still seeing things? Yes, we are. So the message is this: it's up to us to make a difference, for us to have a better tomorrow, for us to have the Christmas of the future, the Christmas that Jesus wanted us to have, love and peace on earth. It's up to us. We have to take accountability. And I write about rescuing myself in my book because we have this, a lot of us have this notion, and we grew up with these beliefs that if you're righteous, if you're the chosen one, then God's going to come and rescue you. Everybody else is going to burn in the fire, and we're going to rise up, right? We're going to be the ones that are taken up, the rapture. Well, guess what? We have to do what we have to take the steps. It's up to us to have a beautiful tomorrow. We can't just leave it up to God. God gave us will. Emmanuel means God in you, God in me. That's what Jesus is. He's inside of us, so we are the light, and we have to take the steps in His glory, in His name, because God lives within. But we have to take the steps. We're the light. We're the little fractions of light that come from the Creator. We're His army. So we have to look out not only for us to make the right decisions for us, but our neighbor, our people around us. You know, I'm here today in Old Town Temecula, and the reason I chose this place is because I wanted to bring some history. I wanted you guys to realize all the stuff that our ancestors have already gone through. Here in Old Town Temecula, I'm in this little courtyard. It's where the historical jail is in Temecula. We have all this history, and if you come down here, you'll know there was a lot of bloodshed here. People were massacred. You know, Native Americans were killed if they did not convert to what people wanted them to. If in the name of Jesus they were doing this, imagine that. In the name of Jesus, they were trying to force everybody to be something because it was their truth. We're not in that anymore. The massacre has happened. The blood has been shed. And we have to agree that enough is enough, because if we don't say enough is enough, if we expect more bad to happen, more tragedy to happen, guess what? It's happening. It's kind of like The Secret. If you foresee that, that's what will come. I want you guys to see today that we've already gone through all that. Our ancestors have gone through so much for us to have this life today. And today we have so much power, especially here in the United States of America. We have all of these rights. And you might say, well, there's so much going on. They're trying to take our rights. Well, it's up to you to say no. It's up to you to comply to what your heart tells you to. I say comply to your heart, to God. When you connect to yourself, you know the truth. You know what you need to do. Not what people want you to do, not what society has programmed you to do, but what God told you what to do. When we're born a light. And we know the path. We know our mission in life. But what happens is that we get programmed by our family, by society, by so much. And then we become this shell that's super polluted and doesn't know the message anymore, doesn't know their path, doesn't know their purpose. That's why so many people are like, I don't know my purpose. I have no idea. I have this anxiety. I have all this. Well, those feelings are coming up because you're not on the right path, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So God's trying to wake you up somehow. And that's the anxiety. That's, the los golpes de la vida, because God will throw little pebbles at you to wake you up, right? And then if you don't wake up with the pebbles, he's going to throw bricks at you, right? And then if you don't wake up with the bricks, you're going to slam into a wall. But he's going to wake you up, because we're all going to wake up. So I say we wake up sooner than later. And I say that we bring in the love and peace now. It's up to us. Let's go into this new chapter of our life, this new time that we're entering, that we're in right now. Let's make it light. Let's accept the glory of God, and let's accept accountability and actions. Let's take accountability for ourselves, and let's make the difference. It's up to us, guys, no one else. Evil is real. Just like I am preaching light today, there's people that are in the darkness, and this is very real. I read a chapter in Mark, and it was talking about possession, and that's real. When the shell is empty, when the shell has if you don't take action for your shell, if you don't start by saying, God is with me, and you take actions to take care of your temple, when it's just a shell, anything can take over it. We're going to have peace on earth because all that darkness will be removed. But it's up to us to remove it. And how we remove it is, again, by taking action and accountability for our body, our temple where God lives. So again, take accountability. Know your body, know your temple, respect it in every which way. Respect it by eating correctly, respect it by sleeping correctly, respect it in every which way. Because if you don't respect yourself, no one's going to do it. When you respect your temple, because God lives in there, this is his home, you do the right thing. And how do you know what's right and what's wrong? Your heart tells you. Because when you're feeling guilt, something's off. We're humans having this, we're a spirit having a human experience. And this human experience is all about feeling. So we feel love and we feel hate and all these other feelings, but it's to try to navigate our path, right? So when we're feeling a certain way, we gotta pay attention to those feelings, because it's not just happening just because. It's something going that's off or something that's right. So if you're feeling that you're on the right path, keep going. You know which way to turn. At the end, they say there's a narrow path, right? There's only one way to go. And yeah, we're his children and we're going to end up here. But we have exits. We have will. So we usually, most of the time, I know I did this in the past, I would go my own way. And then I'll get back on, that one path, because God's always there. His path is always, always there when you decide to connect. But sometimes we decide to do whatever, and God allows us because he gave us will. And then from that avenue, we start learning lessons. This is when he starts throwing the pebbles at you. He starts throwing the bricks at you. It's like Wake up. Get back in line. Get back on the path of love. You have the power. And it's time to take accountability. And it's time to live in love. So sending you guys a lot of love. And I hope that this resonated with you. And I hope that this was a little bit of that spark to wake you up. Because you got to remember, it's not Nora speaking. I allow God to speak through me. I take accountability every day. And I wake up and I do my mantra for 3 minutes. And I say, God and me and God are one. Because I need to be reminded. We all need to be reminded. And we have to take accountability. So with that message, sending you got a lot of love. And remember, God's within. Bye-bye, guys.